Hello, everybody. Hello. Welcome to the Daily Antidote of Song. It is Monday, April 13, and today is fabulously day 1499 consecutive days of singing here in the Daily Antidote of Song. Tomorrow is the big day, 1500. Please stay afterwards today to hear about some of the ways we're going to celebrate tomorrow. And if you're new to us, please come tomorrow. It's going to be lots of fun. So, welcome, of course, to everybody out there on the live stream. Thanks for joining us today. That's the folks out there on YouTube and the folks out there on Facebook. We're glad you're here. In case you're new, this is the Daily Antidote of Song. We've been singing one song every day since April of the pandemic, and we're really glad you've joined us today. We've got song leaders and hosts and attendees who come from all around the world. And if you need a pick-me-up, this is the place to come. So I'm going to say hi to our fabulous song leader today, Elise Witt, coming in from Pine Lake, Georgia, our surprise song leader, of course. And we are going to need to reschedule with Yara Allen, who is supposed to be here today. She's been unable to make it. And so we'll get her back on the books for one of these weeks coming up soon. And I'm super appreciative to Aaron coming in from Brooklyn or Bronx, New York, and running our tech for us today. Hi to Arlene in California. Glad to have you here. Kathy in Colorado, Marcia in Ontario, Athena in Brooklyn, Deli in Maryland, Pauline in Newcastle, UK, perhaps with William over there, Aloysius in Massachusetts, Susan in Ohio, Bonnie in Idaho, Carolyn also in Idaho, Donna coming in from Brattleboro, Vermont, Dan in Vienna, Virginia, Bob in Albany, Hoda in British Columbia, Luda in Victoria, nice to see your face, Ruth in Birmingham, UK, Storm in Massachusetts, Julie in Ontario, Linda on Orcas Island, Harriet in Chicago, Caroline in DC, Annette in California. Let's see, we have Jane in Texas, we have Nancy in Washington State, we have Mabel and a bear in Massachusetts. Lisa coming in from the UK. Nice to see you today. Louise also in the UK and Devon. Becky in Vancouver. Cliff in Vermont. Hello, Noah. I think you might be new to us today. Glad to have you. Lynn in Connecticut. Sandy in Western North Carolina. Sarah in Texas. Penny in Victoria. Let's see, we've got Fred in Silver Spring, Maryland, Linda in Concord, Mass. Hi, Mom, coming in from New Jersey. And then let's see, Jamie in Tacoma Park. No, that's Jamie. Sorry, okay, that's funny. Jamie in Victoria. Susan in Tacoma Park, and Anna coming in from Cambridge, Mass. A few more folks still coming in. I think that's Kay in Texas, and a Stephanie who might be new to us today. Let's all take a deep breath. Okay, so can we all please actually begin by giving it up for Carpe Diem Arts that keeps this program going day after day after day. We're so grateful to them for all the hard work behind the scenes. And I'm going to shout out Kat Cox in Vermont, who's having a birthday today. And we invite anybody who's able to stick afterwards today. So we'll do some birthday screenshots and have some fun, but also we'll talk about tomorrow's big day and how you can participate. So Elise Witt, who is going to be our host for the day and who is now our magical song leader. Elise, I'm throwing it to you. Thank you so much. I already know you know the drill. Thanks for being here.
Hi, everyone. It's so good to see you on this last day of the 14 millions before the 15 million clicks in. Um, yeah, I wanted to do a song with you that I am singing with my students, and I'm also sang Saturday, at a beautiful event in the Woodlands Garden in Atlanta, a 8-acre wild space that was donated to the community by a family. And they had this space, and they realized the only way that they could keep it would be to give it. And so it is a wild space. It's called the Woodlands Garden. And this song is one that I sang with, and some of my students were plants in the audience, but the entire place learned this song immediately and sang it in 4-part harmony. It was so beautiful. And today we can sing it in, I don't know, 50 or 75-part harmony. So can't wait to hear y'all. It's called Seeds. And it comes from a quote that Joanne Hammil read by a writer named Stephen Covey that says, anyone can count the seeds in an apple, but who can count the apples in a seed? And so she created a poem. You can count all the seeds in an apple We can count, I'm changing it to we can count all the seeds in an apple. We can see exactly what is true, but the vision to count all the apples in a seed is the seeing that will see us through. So let me line it out for you, one line at a time, and then we'll do it with harmonies. So it starts like this. We can count all the seeds in an apple. Try that. We can count all the seeds in an apple. Then we can see exactly what is true. That one. We can see exactly what is true. Then let's do those two. We can count all the seeds in an apple. We can see exactly what is true. And we have, but the vision to count all the apples in a seed. But the vision to count all the apples in a seed. One more time, that's a beautiful melody. But the vision to count all the apples in a seed is the vision that will see, is the seeing that will see us through. I like seeing and see. So, is the seeing that will see us through. Let's try the whole thing. Let's try it. Imagine that you're standing on the stage of La Scala in Milano, and let's do it very dramatically. Ready? And we'll put it up here. We can count. Ready? Take a big breath. Give yourself lots of room in your diaphragm and your whole frame. Ready? We can count all the seeds in an apple. We can see exactly what is true. But the vision to count all the apples in a seed is the seeing that will see us through. Okay, now you're about 5 years old and you just learned this amazing secret and we want to tell everybody, right? We can count 1, 2, 3. We can count all the seeds in an apple. We can see exactly what is true. But the vision to count all the apples in a seed is the seeing that will see us through. Nice. Let's do it one more time. Very relaxed and we can count, ready, and we can count all the seeds in an apple. We can see exactly what is true, but the vision to count all the apples in a seed is the seeing that will see us through. And guess what? It's by Joanne Hammil, so of course it's a round. It's a 4-part round and makes lovely harmonies. So I'm going to play the recording that I made for my students, and we will sing it together. Are you ready? We can count all the seeds in an apple. We can see exactly what is true. But the vision to count all the apples in the seed is the seeing that will see us through. Part 1. We can count all the seeds in an apple. Come in here. We can count all the seeds in an apple. We can see exactly what is true in the seed. But the vision to count all the apples in a seed is the seeing that will see us through. We can count all the seeds in an apple. Part 3. We can count all the seeds in an apple. We can see exactly what is true. But the vision to count all the apples in a seed is the seeing that will see what is true. We can count all the seeds in an apple. Part 4. We can count all the seeds in an apple. We can see exactly what is true. But the vision to count all the apples in the seed is the seed that will see what is true. We can count all the seeds in an apple. We can see exactly what is true. But the vision to count all the apples in the sea is the seed that will seed all the apples in the sea. And now we can improvise a little bit about the philosophy of this song. I can see so many apples. I want to see the seeds and see inside and imagine all the trees coming out of the apple seed. There are bears eating apples. Is the seed that will see us through. Oh, yeah. I love all of y'all's apples. And it makes me hungry.
So, Elise, that was a lot of fun. And yeah, the singing in a round and watching people singing at different points and different parts is so always so amazing in this room. It never gets old. Hang on one sec. I'm going to spotlight you. What you got there?
I have this beautiful songbook that Joanne Hammil had. This is volume one of four, but songs and partner songs. So the song is in here. That's what we saw. So anyway,
Beautiful.
just want
That's
to
great.
give a little plug for Joanne Hamill's beautiful rounds. It
Thank
is,
you so much.
yeah, it is so cool to see everybody, um, all the parts coming in at different places.
Yeah, no, it's really amazing. We've had Joanne Hamill sing in this room with us a few times, and she's actually on deck for June, which is very exciting. We haven't had her in a while. We missed her. Um, so I know that you said you had a good story about the song. You want to chat about that for a minute?
Well, it was actually just that I had on Saturday we did this beautiful poetry and art and music. Jessica Lilly doing live watercolor painting. Luce Wright showing her beautiful photographs from this book called Wild Atlanta. And Stephen Wing, who's a poet here in Atlanta, has written a poem for each of the wild places in Atlanta, and he wrote one very long poem about Woodlands Garden, about the the human history, the natural history, um, and so we did this poetry, art, and music in the garden, and I had about maybe 6 or 7 of my students, my Thursday night students, my adult students, who include, um, yeah, some of you here in the room. Anyway, so this song, I know Daily Antidote singers are amazing, picking up songs so quickly, but I was amazed at how quickly this audience, there were about, I don't know, maybe 30 people in this beautiful gazebo, and I did have those plants in the audience, but they started singing it and they were singing it in 4-part harmony and and we were singing it in this beautiful wild space. And doing all the harmonies, and people started improvising, and it was just a glorious moment and made me realize how somehow like music is inside of us, and if we're just open to listening to it, and when we're with people that are singing, it's always bigger than the single ones of us, which is something that's kind of magical and strange about the Daily Antidote, I think. Because here we are in our little funny squares or rectangles, and we can't hear each other, but yet we feel this community. We really can feel, we, we've gotten to know these people. I got a message from someone yesterday from the Daily Antidote telling me that they had seen Deirdre McCalla and Joe Jenks at a concert. I'm not naming any names who sent it to me. I was actually, yeah. But and I know both of them, and we all know each other through the Daily Antidote and through different things, and there just are these braidings together of how we meet and how we know each other. Yeah, and I just can't wait for this. Who is it that's building? Oh, maybe is it? Who is it that's building this vehicle that we're going to be transporting ourselves around to visit everyone? Was it
Oh,
Coda? I think
yeah.
it was Coda was going to be working on the design for that. And
So it's
I know,
actually it's a lot round like actually. So the vehicle while it's being built is also being passed around to all of us to add our own touches. So it's like a group project in the building of it, and wherever it ends up when it gets done is the first person that's going to launch it. So yeah, I
I
think
know,
it's starting with Hoda.
and Susan G has made all these amazing quilts that are going to be on the outside of it that we see, but they're weatherproof. So as we're moving, and I know Carolyn, she did some of the art. So several people have added to the artwork. I saw Athena's beautiful mural that she painted for the inside, and just so many people have added their wisdom and artistic qualities to this boat, train, plane, motorcycle, uh, a balloon. Yeah, it's never, nothing's ever been seen on this planet like this vehicle.
There is an image of it on the quilt. So I will recommend to everybody that you go to the quilt slideshow, which is on our YouTube page. And actually, Erin will throw a link in the chat for it. And check out the quilt slideshow. If you've never seen the quilt, it shows all of the squares, all full size. And what a great thing to be talking about as we're about to hit our 1500th day, because the quilt was in celebration of our second year when it felt impossibly like we could have even been at a second year. And yeah, we just started our fifth year and we're going to hit day 1500. And it's pretty good, gang. It's pretty
Tell me,
amazing to be here
tell
with
me
you.
about this 1500 plan.
Oh, well, so the 1500 plan actually, there's a sign up genius, which the link is in our e-news, and you can sign up to participate. And we have a little thing going out in the e-news also about how you can participate if the sign up genius is full. So there is room for all participants to be a part of tomorrow. And what we're going to do is actually a little bit of a funny surprise. So we don't even know if it's going to work, but we're sure going to try it. Um, Elise, before we sing again, I'm just going to throw out a reminder. Actually, if you want to be part of our celebration tomorrow, please try and stay after today, as well as check your e-news to find out what you can do. And I think, Elise, that other than singing with you again, we have covered our end. How's your end over there?
My end is good. I just wanted to reassure Hoda that all is well. She said she heard her name mentioned, and I was just applauding her beautiful artwork. And also, I know that Kevin has done a lot of work on our traveling vehicle because he has some special insights into traveling. Um, so yes, everyone is most welcome to add their designs and ideas for our vehicle.
That's
And
awesome.
it's kind of like the seeds in an apple. We don't know what this vehicle is going to look like until it sprouts.
And we don't know how many people are going to fit on it until we all climb aboard. So that's like for all of you folks that are watching on Facebook or YouTube, or anybody who's new today and has no idea what we're talking about, this is the magical way of being together in this daily space, as well as sorting out how we are actually all at the exact same moment going to be together in person. So it's a little bit like, what is it, the Beatles Magic Best? Yeah. So yeah, Magical Mystery Tour, part two.
Cool.
Elise, can we sing again?
Let's do it. So this is Seeds by Joanne Hammil, a four-part round. We can count all the seeds in an apple. We can see exactly what is true. But the vision to count all the apples in the seed is the seed that will see us through. Here's part one. We can count all the seeds in an apple. Here's number two. We can count all the seeds in an apple. We can see exactly what is true. But the vision to count all the apples in a seed is the seed that will see us through. We can count all the seeds in an apple. Here comes part three. We can count all the seeds in an apple. We can see exactly what is true. But the vision to count all the apples in a seed is the seed that will see what is true. We can count all the seeds in an apple. We can see exactly what is true. But the vision to count all the apples in a seed is the thing that will see what is true. We can count all the seeds in the apples. We can see exactly what is true. But the vision to count all the apples in the seed is the thing that will see what is true. We can count all the seeds in the apples. We can count all the seeds in the apple. We can see exactly what is true. But the vision to count all the apples in the seed is the thing that will see what is true. We can count all the seeds in the apple. We can see exactly what is true. But the vision to count all the apples in the seed is the thing that will see us through.
Thank you so much, Elise. That was really magical to sing. And
Wow.
yeah,
There, I just saw somebody was looking at the seeds in a potato.
we'll
Diane
we'll
is,
take what we can get.
yes, look at, she's working. She's peeling potatoes and she's cutting out the seeds.
That's awesome. So that Diane is in Puerto Rico, where she's probably heavy on the mangoes and low on the apples. So we're really glad to have so many folks in here with your magical fruits, talking about our magical bus and singing with magical Elise Witt. Can we all please give it up for Elise Witt? Thank you for being with us today on day 1499. An invitation again to everybody to stay after the goodbyes for some quick updates. And once more, sending today's song out to Kat on her birthday. And help me say goodbye to everybody, folks. Let's say goodbye to everybody on the live stream. Thanks, YouTube, and thanks, Facebook, for coming with us today. And please feel free to join us again tomorrow for the big celebration, for the moderate celebration. Elise Witt, Pine Lake, Georgia, thank you so much for being here today. And Aaron, thank you for running tech for us today. Arlene in California, Athena in Brooklyn, Susan in Cincinnati, Bonnie in Idaho, Dan in Vienna, Virginia, Bob in Albany, Luda in Victoria, British Columbia, Ruth in Birmingham, UK, Julie in Ontario, Annette in California, Mabel and a bear in Massachusetts, Stephanie in Grand something, I can't quite see it, Grand Rapids, I think that's Michigan, Carolyn in Boise, Idaho, Caroline in DC, Kathy in Colorado, Ann in Nashville, Donna in Brattleboro, Vermont, Cricket in Maryland, Linda in Concord, Fred in Silver Spring, Maryland, Diane in Coamo, Puerto Rico, Kevin in New Hampshire, Sandy in Tacoma Park, Maryland, Juana La Tejana in Texas, Nancy's Cow in Washington State, Storm in Mass, Harriet in Chicago, Hoda in British Columbia, Jamie in Victoria, Linda on Orcas Island, Louise in Devon, UK, Aloysius in Mass. Did I say Pauline in Newcastle? Stephanie, I think you might be new to us today. Feel free to stay after. Harriet in Chicago, not sure if I already caught you too. Lynn in Connecticut, Cliff in Vermont, and Lynn in Vermont. Sandy in Western North Carolina, Penny in Victoria, Mom in New Jersey, Anna in Cambridge, Mass. Thank you, Anna, for all you do behind the scenes. Susan in Tacoma Park, Kay in Texas, Curly Tops in Vermont, Isabel in Florida, Bob and another bear in Massachusetts, and Elizabeth in California. Thanks again, everybody. Can't wait to see you all